Hello, and lucky viewers. My name is Justin Zartan, and we are going to be talking about a Joe today. It's been a while since I really had a chance to talk to Joes. I've been looking for this figure. I've seen it a couple of different times. I've seen it when it first came out, and thought, there'll be a bunch of them. Then I went back like within 10 minutes, and they were all gone. And here we go. I found one on Amazon. I would not mind having more. I'm kind of thinking that I really need to thin up my collection. Got this off Amazon. It came in. I opened it without thinking about doing the video, and then I noticed there's a crack, which means it's an opening. It's going to be an open figure. We need to slow down and start talking nice about this. Here we go. Here we go. So let's keep my movements to a minimum here. Let's focus on just the figure. There's a nice crack in the box. This is figure 176. The lighting is very poor, so we are going to say welcome to low budget reviews. And I do not have any knife of any sort to cut this with. I need to slow down and not speak fast like I did at the beginning. So like I said, I've been looking for this figure for a while. I saw it when it first came out, and there was two. And it was at a place that I hardly ever see figures anymore, which was Fred Meyer's. So I really want this figure. This is it's not a total repaint, but it is a repaint of the Viper, range Vipers. And a reuse of a gun that belongs to none other than Roadblock. We need to turn this down a little bit. We are opening this one because it does have we are using nail clippers to cut the tape because I cannot find my knife at the moment. Another thing that is kind of upsetting that I thought there'd be a bunch of is Scrapper from my Devastator line, which is a Transformers, and yes, I do want to get my figure, so it looks like I might have to wait for a show. The lighting is very poor. The box is not bad looking except for the crack right there. Grim Viper is their names. I like to give out some thanks to a person that helped me from time to time find stuff. My fellow collector, but he's not into Joes. He's more into Star Wars. Mark. I hope you are watching this, then you can say that I mentioned your name, Mark. Thank you, Mark. One of my fellow collectors and probably one of my only subscribers because I have very few subscribers. There is the instructions. Let's make sure I'm on if you can see this. Again, poor lighting. I need to fix some lighting if I'm going to continue doing this. Here we go, here we go. Like I said, most of this is a repaint and then matched up body. It's from other figures. It does not look like it's held down by anything other than the package itself. They are back to using window packaging. I get, which is not really popular because when you got people returning figures that are not, there's probably no figure in there. This is free spinning. Kind of reminds me of a gun from a helicopter that you would see Terminator use. I keep checking to make sure I'm on screen here because I do have a habit of moving things off screen. I do not see a spot to load a belt for bullets. I do not see the bullets. I'm assuming that that's what this is a drum filled or fed gun. I'm used to seeing like belt filled. The figure itself is not a bad looking figure. Seems tight, a little loose around the waist. It does not look like the vest comes off very easily. He does got some loose style joints. The paint does not go onto the inside of the arms, which is weird to me. You think they'd paint the inside of the arms here? It's like they're using Roadblock's arms and just painted over them and add some gauntlets, which would not surprise me. The shoulders have a lot of play to them. Let's check and see if I'm still on screen here. I can't really see. So both shoulders have a lot of play, but the elbows are tight. They swivel more at the shoulder than they do at the elbow, which the elbows are supposed to have swivel, but I do not see swivel at the elbow like the 3-4 figures do. Swivel at the neck, up and down. Not a lot of. He can tuck his head, but he can't. Doesn't seem like he can raise it very far back. The vest, like I said, is on, and it does not look like it comes off very easily. I'm sure if you heat it up a little bit, you can get it with a little play. Take it off the head, you can remove it. It's got a cool. Let me see if I can see it. It's got a cool coma insignia, which seems to get blurrier as I get closer. He's got a holster. He's got a knife sheath on his leg. The double joint knee does not seem to work very well. So let's have a double jointed knee. If you remember seeing some of my other videos on the Transformers, the double jointed knees are always getting to me. And these do not seem to bend more than just the bottom, up and down, flexion at the foot. Both feet really tight on the left leg. That looks nice. Again, paint apps on the inside of the arms are lacking. The arm gauntlets. I do like the color schemes. I do wish they would paint the inside of the figure. Comes with a gun. Looks like 2 knives, a sidearm, and a backpack. He only has, that I can tell, 1 knife. Oh, there's another one in the back. So he has a knife on the back, knife on the front. Let's see what these are. Check out the backpack. The backpack looks like has a radio and a canister, and this tube here hooks up to the back of his head. So like it's a self-contained breathing apparatus on his head. The tube hooks up to the does not hook up to the head very well. The hole seems to be a bit tight. I'll have to retry this. Oh, there it goes. turns and it seems to stay on. I wish I would have got some better lighting. We'll have to review this figure again when I open up the beachhead, which I promised I would open. I keep going off camera on this guy. The sidearms are held down by tape. Again, I wish I had a knife or something to remove it, but I don't. I want to try clipping it with my fingernail clippers and snip a piece off the sidearm or the knife. This is a 2-arm holding gun. You have to really with the limited play at the elbows. I'm making him more of a righty than a guy. That he'll hold the gun and mainly suppress the trigger in his right hand. And guide left. Talking about guns and stuff, I was trying to replay a video game I haven't played in over a year. And I was just horrible at it. Used to be pretty good at some video games. He doesn't look that bad. He looks kind of cool. He's more suppressing to the left here, like I said. Overview of the figure. The hose popped out of his helmet again, which we'll have to, for display purposes, he needs to keep it tight. There's not a lot of the shoulders don't seem to want to stay up. The recoil on this thing would be atrocious. Looks like he already shot down at least, 18 items or tanks or whatever he finished off. Like I said, the hose does not look like it wants to completely go in. It keeps popping back out. Oh, got it fed back in again, and it doesn't want to stay. I will display this guy. I kind of want to see him and Beachhead standing together. It's kind of a short review on this so far. A little depressing on the figure. Thinking of which, I will have to compare him to the figure that came with the tank set that I got a while back. So this would be the third use of the at least the head. We got Range Viper, we got the Fire Team 3 set for the HISS tank, and these just do not want to come out. Alright, there you go. Nice looking figure. You can't play, it does not look like he has a lot of play value, more display value. Nothing like back in the day where you could really get rough with these things. They are kind of soft. I'm sure you could play with them. The left leg, at least on my figure, seems tight. The right one is kind of looser. And a very good sturdy surface to try and mount him on. He does not have a figure stand. He looks like he only comes with 5 accessories: backpack, large mama what, M30 or whatever they used to call it. If you had a figure stand, you'd probably give it a good, better, more sturdy. I haven't been to my house in a while because it is kind of dirty and dusty. Been hanging out at Smiley's house. There he is. So he's not, right now he's not firing in this stance here. He's more just standing there. Wish I had some better lighting. I will review this figure again and show it off in better lighting. I do really like the look of the skull mask. Kind of reminds me of Taskmaster, the old Taskmaster from the Marvel Comics. Alright, there you go. A quick view of Grim Viper's third use of the skull head style. I guess this would be like a second repaint. I will kind of check it out and see if it was the tank set or the Viper, the Range Vipers that came out first. Again, this is Justin Zartan. I do declare. This is the Range Viper. Enjoy your day.